Hello and welcome everybody to Talking Golf Tuesday. In the news, not recent news, but in the news, Titleist has announced, and I think released, it's been a while, it's been out for a while, the new Titleist T series of irons. You know, some new irons from Titleist. One interesting note is Titleist seems like, correct me if I'm wrong, one of the few companies that release their clubs at the beginning of the PGA Tour season, which is starting this week. We'll talk about that in fantasy golf. And the rest of the companies seem to push them more towards the end of the year, the holidays, New Year's, when people are spending bags of money. So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts about the new Titleist irons. I like what they're doing with it. I get it. With the success of like the TaylorMade 790 and 770 series, I get it. But they're going to be good. It's just maybe not my thing. And I went golfing this last weekend, which is kind of big news for me. This is my fourth outing this year. So I know there are a lot of my viewers who are even new golfers who golf more than me. It's just I'm at the range all the time for this channel, you know, and so I spend more time at the range than I do on the course, which may change in the future. You might see these changes coming. As I have more time and as the kids grow older, you'll probably see that. And it was a fun game. So just to recap, this is how much of an amateur golfer I am, okay? So the first hole, we played at Brookfield Hills down the street from Waukesha, where I live, in Brookfield? I don't even know. Brookfield Hills. Anyway, we played the front nine, just 9 holes, and so the first hole, okay, it was a par 4, I shot a 7. Triple bogey, very predictable. The second hole, it was like double bogey, and then the next hole, I had an NR. I just lost a golf ball, hit another one, lost it. I'm just like, I'm not finishing this hole. Let's just keep moving. You know, that's, one of those things. You want to keep the course moving, right? So I was just like, at that point, what I said was, I'm picking up. Not that I picked up my golf ball because it was in the water, but just like I'm done with the hole. So I got an NR. All right, on the third hole. Whatever. The next hole, par. Oh, cool, par. The hole after that, another NR. Just back to back. NR, par, NR. It's been a while since I was golfing. Anyway, and then, I had 2 more pars to end with. That on the 9th hole, I was talking about how one of my friends, when they chip in for par, they get super excited. When they chip in, like I had a friend who chipped in for bogey and got really excited. Actually, that might have been my brother-in-law, a family member who chipped in for bogey and was like celebrating and jumping up and down, and everybody was like, that was a good 4th shot, on this par 3. So we were talking about that and kind of laughing at that. And so on the 9th hole, I just kind of cash chip, right? And I felt like I had the wrong club. I actually said, to my friend, I was like, this is the wrong club. I should have brought like my 7-iron or something. And I had my lob wedge, and I'm just like this much off the fringe in the rough, which was, it's not like Bermuda grass rough, but it was pretty tall rough. And so I just kind of like hit my ball out of it, and it starts rolling, and I was like, oh cool. So I go over and I pick up my putter, and I'm getting ready to drop my wedge, and I look up, and the ball's just like moving right towards the hole. I'm like, no way, and it falls in. I was just like, oh no, I'm one of those people we were talking about who's celebrating chipping in for par or bogey. I was like, yes, par on number 9. So it was fun. We had fun as usual, some laughs. And so that's, something that I got to go out and enjoy. It was fun. Now, I want to talk about grips. That's kind of the theme for this video. I want to talk about it because being out there, made me think a little bit about what's going on. So I still play my TaylorMade M2. I've tried other clubs. I've tried all the new stuff. Maverick right here, but this is the one that was most recently gripped. So we're going to talk about that. I'm in love with these MCC +4s. these multi-compound Cordies, so half Cordy, multi-compound, plus 4s. And so there's less of a taper, and so they kind of feel bigger. Now, the reason why I buy these is because I would say my gut feel these feel 5% better than like the normal taper standard grips, which I hit just fine. I hit those all the time and they feel fine. But I just like these a little bit more. I don't know what it is about it, just the feel of it. Like I tried some a couple of years ago, last year, and I was like, wow, it feels fine. You know, it's not like I'm going to change and I haven't. I'm going to change like my wedges are still the standard grip because that's what they come with. And they're lovely. I love the feel of my wedges. But when I do have my particularly my woods, like my TaylorMade M2 regrip, this is what goes on it. And I can't say to everybody, go get these because it's about your feel and what feels best for you. Your opinions are more important than my opinions when it comes to your golf game. Okay? That's just, I don't know how else to say that. So I really like these as far as grips go. I get them replaced all the time. It's fine. Now, let's talk about vintage clubs. The vintage golfer. Somebody recently, thank you for the comment. Somebody recently pointed out, the term vintage should be exclusively used with wines. I agree. I love that idea. Good luck with that. I love it because vintage is so vague. Everybody has it's only before 2000. So you can't say, it's like, that's 23 years ago. Is that rolling like 20 years? Like it's now 2003, everything before 2003. And everybody has their different opinion. And I don't think there's a wrong opinion, which is why the word vintage is so weird. But I cover more modern stuff as well. You could define modern stuff as anything that was made after 1980. It's hard to, there's not like a defined thing, not even on this channel. There's not like a defined definition of what's classic or vintage or modern, ultra modern. It's just kind of, I put the years up. You guys can see, you guys can decide for yourself. But speaking of vintage, I'm going to use that word. Clubs, lots of them. So what is this? This is a McGregor, Tomer. I'm combining Tommy and Armour in one word. Tarmer. Tommy Armour Iron Master. Just I am Iron Master. I think this is a 75. That might be right. Anyway, it has the A stamped here on the top line and a leather grip. Now, I love leather because for vintage putters in particular, leather is great because you just treat the leather. You put some moisturizer on here and then it moistens up and then it's not so slick and rock hard. You get a little tack to it and you have a good putter. So they just last, it seems like they can last a very, very long time, these leather grips, and I like it. So leather grip is great, no complaints about it. Sometimes you encounter grips that are not leather, that are just like petrified rubber. It's like it's been in the soil, all the material's been replaced with rock, you know what I mean? And then you excavate it and here it is, and then it's slick and hard and it's cracking and crumbling and falling apart in your hands and it's unplayable. And so that's why I like these wraps. And I've talked with patrons. Thank you to my patrons, by the way. Wonderful conversation, wonderful support. I really appreciate it. And they have different opinions about, which wraps they like the most. I've tried lots of them. I have lots of them because I have a lot of vintage clubs. Here's Gamma. Gamma makes some what I consider good entry-level pickleball paddles. I think they make tennis stuff too because this is tennis wrap. And that tells you, I haven't played tennis. I was in junior high, in middle school. I was on the tennis team. And then, I just kind of it just kind of slowly just fades and gets replaced by other things, like golf. And so, I buy lots of this stuff because I have all these vintage clubs and I need to hit them, like this McGregor M09 LFF 1954. And you can see, I don't know how well it's going to show up, but there are some, you can see like sweat stains on here. And I've taken this out twice. You can see there's some of my, thumb juice on this. And these work fine for the purpose of going out and hitting golf balls at the range. And if I were to play this club, like put it in a bag, I would replace the grip. Okay, so I don't see this as like, oh, I just want to keep wrapping this over and over and over again. I'd rather just buy a grip and have it be good for hopefully a few years. My thoughts. But if I am going to go hit something, my favorite brand of overwrap is just these normal head wraps. They're just my favorite. I haven't found anything I like on my golf clubs more. Like I said, I've tried Gamma, I've tried the, whatever this is, Saplies. I've tried the Alien overwrap grips. Is it yeah, something like that. Overwrap grips, and they're all, I would say, equal. It's just the head overwrap is a little more equal. Correct me in the comments below. Tell me the words you would use. So I like these overwraps. I do. I'm going to keep using them. You're going to keep seeing them on the channel, especially when, for these older clubs. I do. Oh, so putter grips. Let's might as well talk about putter grips. Let me know what grips you use in the comments below. Do you have a favorite grip? Right now, mine is the Golf Pride MCC 4 Plus, because they have a variety of colors and things, and I like them. So let me know in the comments below. Do you like the Mavericks? For some reason, I still like my M2. My opinion is it's the looks that keep me playing that M2. I'm just used to looking at it. I like it, and I'm not seeing a huge performance gain with the Maverick or the Epic, which I also have. I have another more recent club too. I forgot what it was. Either way, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Man, this M09 is a lovely club. Putter grips. All right, some of my favorite putter grips are Flatso grips. So here on my Callaway, I didn't play this. I actually played my Ping ZB putter, Vault 2.0 putter, when I was playing this last weekend, and I loved that putter. Like I said, sank some par putts with it. And so the 7S, my O-Works 7S here, I have the Super Stroke 3.0 Flatso grip on it. I love these Flatso grips. They have this big flat face on it. But recently, I'm kind of moving down in size a little bit. I like the 2.0 more than the 3.0, which I might get this one re-gripped, actually. And then I'm thinking about trying, I really like on some more vintage clubs, like the Flatso 1.0. It's just a really small little grip and has this little flat portion right here. This might be my favorite grip, for more, what I call lightweight, but I'm not sure they're actually more lightweight. Like, if I were to re-grip my Ping Zing, I would take that Super Stroke 2.0 off and I would put this on it, just because of my current preferences. But when it comes to putter grips, I really like the Super Stroke grips. But like I said, kind of the 2.0 or 1.0 are kind of where I'm at right now on these. But the Flatso, I think, does really well 1.0. So that concludes our golf equipment discussions. Let's move on to fantasy golf. So fantasy golf is back. It's a new season, everybody, a fresh start. You want to dominate from the beginning? Sign up now, all right? And if anybody watching is new, you can sign up now, beginning of the season, for free. Just go to the PGA website, find Fantasy Golf, create an account, and then find The Vintage Golfer. It's just a free league. Just click on it, say join league, and you're in, okay? And then you too can have your names. I'm going to put up last season's victors, the winners here, top 10 winners from last season. Congratulations, everybody. I'm actually going to read the name of the winner because I want to, give credit where credit is due. Unfortunately, at this stage, we don't have a trophy. Do you guys want a trophy? Do you want me to make a trophy and I can mail out a trophy at the end of the year? I think that might be fun. Season champion is Rippit 0724. All right, there you go. Congratulations, Rippit. Is that correct? I believe so. I'm going to read the top three. Rippit 0724. Second place was Old Hasbin And third place was Farabak. I think that's how you say it. Farabuk. Either way, congratulations. Not me. And it's Fortinet, which always makes me think of Napa Valley, wine country. The pro golfers kick off the season with some sipping, you smell your wine, you taste it, you spit, and then you go to the restaurant and then you actually drink the wine. Napa Valley is lovely, everybody. If you haven't been, go watch some golf, go sip some wine. It's lovely. So set your lineups. The lineups, I'm filming this on Monday morning. It's like 5 a.m. It's dark outside and rainy here in Wisconsin. Welcome to Wisconsin. And the lineups aren't set yet. So wait until the lineups are set. Hopefully, Wednesday. This is your reminder. Tuesday or Wednesday, set your lineup for golf. Kicking off again. It's golf season. Football's back. Golf is back. It's a fun time in life. Thank you, everybody, for your support. I really appreciate it, particularly my patrons. Going through a hard time personally, and lots of my patrons I feel like are good friends, and they were there and supportive of what's going on. And they're also supportive of this channel, so thank them, in the comments below, the patrons. This is the Poker Chip Forum studio. Thank you, Tommy from Poker Chip Forum. He supported me through a lot and ups and downs of YouTube. Very supportive, so I appreciate pokerchipforum.com. We do talk a little bit of golf on there. I might start a thread just about the Vintage Golfer channel, so people, everybody everywhere can discuss it. Where do you talk about golf clubs? The pokerchipforum.com. That's where we go. And thank you again to all my viewers. You guys are great. Then, like I said, so many people leave good comments with great information. Do yourself a favor and read the comments on the videos. Like if you're watching a Vintage Club video, read the comments, because there are people who have tons of knowledge about that in one in particular club, and they'll leave it in the comments below. I really appreciate my viewers. I feel like I have a very educated, smart, intelligent, and willing to learn dynamic audience. So I really appreciate all of you. Another way you can support this channel, besides Patreon, is my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. You can, just click on that link in the description below. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe. I am the Vintage Golfer.